Hello, my dear friends. Welcome to my channel Kick Study. Today we will study about polymerase chain reaction. Polymerase chain reaction, that is PCR. And this PCR technique is given by Gary Mullis. PCR. PCR is used for gene or DNA amplification. DNA amplification. Here, amplification means multiple copies, making multiple copies of DNA or gene. Multiple copies of DNA or gene. Suppose at a crime place. Suppose at a crime place, if you get a blood sample, and the blood sample is having RBC, platelet, and WBC. And we also know that this RBC and platelet do not have nucleus. Only WBC have the nucleus. And we also know that only nucleus have the DNA. So we also know that this DNA is in very small quantity. Suppose at a crime place, if you get a very small quantity of blood sample, and in blood sample you know that RBC, platelet and WBCs are present, and only WBC have the nucleus and the nucleus have the DNA. These do not have the nucleus, so these are not going to have DNA in it. And the DNA we get at the crime place is in very small quantity, so we need it to amplify so that this DNA quantity is to be increased, and this DNA is amplified by the technique polymerase chain reaction, so that the small quantity of DNA is going to be converted into billion copies of DNA. So let's know the technique of polymerase chain reaction. Here, polymerase chain reaction has 3 steps. First one is denaturation. Second is annealing. Annealing means to join, and the third is extension. So let's study the first step, that is denaturation. Denaturation. In denaturation, separation of DNA takes place. And this separation of DNA takes place at a very high temperature. Separation of DNA strands takes place at a very high temperature. High temperature, that is 94 degrees Celsius to 96 degrees Celsius. And this temperature is given for a very short period of time. Short period of time, so that only the hydrogen bonds break. Okay, let's make the DNA strands. Suppose it is a double-stranded DNA structure. It is the double-stranded DNA structure which you have get it in a blood sample at the crime place, and these are the hydrogen bonds. And this is 3 prime to 5 prime, and it is from 5 prime to 3 prime, because this strand is anti-parallel to this strand. So in denaturation step, separation of DNA strands takes place at a high temperature, that is 94 degrees Celsius to 96 degrees Celsius, and this temperature is given for a short period of time so that the hydrogen bonds only get broken down. If this if this temperature is given for a long duration, then the phosphodiester bonds present in these strands is also going to be broken down. So that is not going to be good for this DNA structure. We only want these hydrogen bonds to be broken down. So it is given for a short period of time, this high temperature. So the DNA strand after separation looks like this. It's going to be looking like this, and this strand should be from 3 prime end to 5 prime end, and another strand should be 5 prime end to 3 prime end. So now the next step is going to be annealing. Annealing means to join. Here the separated DNA strands you can see. So here we need primer. Primer is a small fragment of RNA. Primer is a small fragment of RNA. And here the temperature is taken about 50 to 60 degrees Celsius. In the previous step you have seen that the temperature we have taken 94 degrees Celsius to 96 degrees Celsius, but here the temperature is lower as compared to the previous one, because here we do not need to break these hydrogen bonds or phosphodiester bonds. We need to form the template DNA strands to the template DNA. So here we need lower temperature, that is 50 to 60 degrees Celsius. So let's bind the primer. Always remember that primer is always bind opposite to the 3 prime end. Here is the 3 prime end is present, so primer will be bind here, that is 5 prime to 3 prime end. Here we have attached the primer at another template. Primer will be bind opposite to the 3 prime end. So here it will be 5 prime end to 3 prime end. This is the RNA primer, which is bind opposite to the 3 prime end. Here you can also see the hybridization, because here you see the template DNA and here it is the primer RNA. This is the parental template DNA and this is the RNA primer, which is formed in the laboratory. So you can here see the hybridization. And this RNA primer initiate DNA replication. That is why it is very important. Now we will study about the third step, that is extension. In the third step, extension, we need DNA nucleotide. We need DNA nucleotide and DNA polymerase. DNA polymerase. This DNA polymer bind to the primer. Bind to the primer and extend the replication of the DNA strand. Extend the DNA strand formation. This extension steps takes place at a very high temperature, that is 72 degrees Celsius, which is greater than our body temperature. So, at this temperature, DNA polymerase enzyme cannot work. DNA polymerase enzyme do not work. So, here we need thermostable DNA polymerase. We need thermostable thermostable DNA polymerase. We will remove this thermostable DNA polymerase enzyme from a Archaebacteria. Archaebacteria, which is a thermophilous bacteria, and this bacteria is Thermus aquaticus. Thermus aquaticus. This is found in water. So from the Thermus aquaticus, we remove DNA polymerase enzyme, which work at high temperature. Because this Thermus aquaticus bacteria survives at a high temperature. And the this DNA polymerase is known as Taq polymerase. Taq polymerase enzyme because it is removed from Thermus aquaticus bacteria. T means thermus and Q means aquaticus. So here it is also known as Taq polymerase enzyme. Now this Taq polymerase enzyme bind to the primer. Suppose this is the Taq polymerase and it binds to the primer. Here also Taq polymerase bind to the primer. So this RNA primer initiate the DNA replication, and this Taq polymerase enzyme bind to the RNA primer, and this Taq polymerase extend the DNA replication. So the DNA nucleotide present in the reaction is now going to attached here and form the DNA strand. So replication process is going to be completed. Here also this Taq polymerase bind to the RNA primer, and with the help of Taq polymerase enzyme, the extension of DNA strand is going to be takes place. That is, it will help to bind the DNA nucleotide. So here also the DNA strand is formed. And if you will repeat this cycle for many times, then this is going to be converted into billions of DNA, double stranded DNA structures. So from a single strand of single DNA structure, single DNA, double stranded DNA structure, you are going to get billion copies of double stranded DNA structures. If we will repeat this cycle up to 30 cycles, then it is going to be converted into approximately 1 billion double stranded DNA structures. So let's once again repeat this polymerase chain reaction. Polymerase chain reaction, this technique is given by Kary Mullis, and polymerase chain reaction is used for gene or DNA amplification. Suppose at a crime place, if you get a blood sample which is in very small quantity, that is having the RBC, platelet and WBC, these do not have the nucleus, so it do not have the DNA. only WBC have the nucleus, so it is going to have the DNA, and this DNA is going to be in very small quantity. So we need this DNA to be amplified so that we can do our research work or experiment work. And this DNA is going to be amplified or increased by the use of the PCR, that is polymerase chain reaction. And polymerase chain reaction has three steps, that is denaturation, annealing, and extension. In denaturation, separation of DNA strands takes place at a very high temperature, that is 94 degrees Celsius to 96 degrees Celsius. And this temperature is given to the DNA for a very short period of time so that only the hydrogen bonds get broken down. These are the hydrogen bonds which is going to be broken down after the temperature is provided. And this is given for a short period of time because if it is if this high temperature is given for a very long period of time, then the phosphodiester bonds present here is also going to be broken down. Now the second step is annealing. Annealing means to join. So here primer is a small fragment of RNA which initiate formation of DNA strand, and this temperature and the temperature is here used is 50 to 60 degrees Celsius. In the previous step we see that 94 to 96 degrees Celsius temperature is being used because their separation of DNA strand is taking place. Here we have to form the DNA strand, so we need lower temperature. So here the RNA primer is bind here, and here also RNA primer is bind here. RNA primer always bind opposite to the 3' end. So here is 5' end to 3' end, and here opposite to the 3' end we are going to get 5' end. So here we have attached primer, RNA primer, which initiate DNA replication. Here you can also see the hybridization because this is the template DNA and this is the RNA primer, so it shows hybridization. So next step is extension. Extension step takes place at a very high temperature, that is 72 degrees Celsius. So normal DNA polymerase enzyme cannot work at this temperature. So we need to remove a DNA polymerase enzyme from a thermostable bacteria, that is Thermus aquaticus. This is an archaebacteria. So from an archaebacteria which survives at a very high temperature, so from this bacteria we remove DNA polymerase which can work at high temperature, and this DNA polymerase is also known as Taq polymerase because T symbolizes thermus and Q symbolizes aquaticus. In extension step, we need DNA nucleotide and DNA polymerase enzyme. This DNA polymerase enzyme bind to the primer. See this primer is Taq polymerase enzyme bind to the primer. Here also with the primer Taq polymerase enzyme is binded. And with the help of this Taq polymerase, we extend the DNA strand replication. The DNA nucleotide present in the reaction is added by it and the whole strand is formed. So here from one double stranded DNA structure we got two double stranded DNA structure. This is one and this is two. So we have got from one one double stranded DNA structure we have got two double stranded DNA structure. And if this this cycle is repeated for 30 times, then from one double stranded DNA structure we are going to get approximately 1 billion double stranded DNA structure. So it seems easier for us to do our experiment work with the help of this billion of double stranded DNA structures. So please guys, Like, share, and subscribe my channel. Thank you.